Indians are not only racist to black people in America. They are racist to black people everywhere. Every place on the planet. Okay, so it's not just black Americans who they hate. They hate all black people.
One day when the country is no longer facing an economic crisis, or one day when the country is free of corruption, when we are ready to talk, when you are ready to sit down and talk about real-time issues that we are facing, we'll be able to sit down and talk about the amount of racism that most Indian people have towards black people. This might not be a popular opinion, but I know whoever's watching this video knows what I'm talking about. This thing has been going on for the longest time and people are not addressing it. Instead, we sweep it under the carpet. But it's been going on for the longest time. And I'm not talking about just the recent incidents that happened in Phoenix, the Phoenix massacre or anything. I'm talking about a lot of things. It's been happening for the longest time. How many times have you met one of your brother or sister or auntie or even your neighbor who works for Indians or who works in Makishini or my Indians? How many times have you heard them talk about how evil they are? How badly they treat black people? How much they see us as slaves or animals instead of human beings? This thing hasn't been addressed in South Africa for the longest time. People don't want to talk about it. I don't know, maybe it's because of the affiliation that the government has, or the former government, as they said, has with certain Indian businessmen and business people. But we need to start addressing the situation. I'm talking about a lot of things. Even in religion, ask our fellow black brothers who decided to take Islam as their religion. Ask them how the treatment is from their fellow brothers in Islam who are Indians. Ask them about the treatment. Ask them about how much most Indian people would rather pay you through food, last week's food, instead of giving you like money, like as in real money. Ask anybody who works for Indian people how much racist they are. One day we'll be able to sit down and discuss that issue, that dilemma. We'll be able to talk about the disease, the hatred that most Indian brothers and sisters have for fellow black people. Like, I really don't understand this. I don't know. History people will correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as history books are concerned, black people, Indian people, colored people, we were all the same in the eyes of the oppressor, our former apartheid government. We were all the same. So I don't understand why most Indian people will be racist towards black people, because we are the same, guys. They've got the K word, we've got the K word. You know? So I don't understand why they need to be racist towards black people. It's appalling. It's distasteful. It's crazy. Anyways, happy Monday.
If you are Indian or Desi, I'm about to say something controversial. Maybe the reason why people don't like us is because of our behavior, our character, our reputation precedes us. We are a culturally narcissistic diaspora. Culturally narcissistic societies are white supremacist influenced societies, and you don't need to be white to engage in white supremacy culture. The idea that we are superior is in and of itself a culturally narcissistic belief. On top of the fact that we've been colonized and have inherited a white supremacist mentality, we also influenced white supremacy. If you don't believe me, look up the Boston Brahmins, okay? A lot of white supremacy has modeled itself off of us. I am not at all saying that you can't defend us, that you can't defend and protect your community, that you can't have pride in your culture. Absolutely, you can. While we are on the receiving end of racism, we are also capable of being complicit in racism. We are on the receiving end of harm, and we can also cause harm. It is also worth taking a step back and examining how we contribute to the problem. A lot of you are going to come in and say, this sounds like victim blaming. It's not victim blaming. It's called accountability. We can be victims of racism, but we can also perpetuate racism. That is what it means to be Asian American in this country. We are also guilty of perpetuating harm. A lot of you have this idea that Indian pride is, oh, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're engineers, or we have so much gold, or some other like superficial thing, or say something like, oh, hashtag brown excellence. You guys are co-opting social justice speak and social justice language from the Black community. When the Black community says Black excellence, they are specifically speaking to the stereotype that Black people are uneducated, Black people don't work hard, that Black people aren't successful. So when Black people say Black excellence, they are trying to work against that stereotype. They understand their history. They understand how the system works against them. So that is their idea of cultural pride. When we say brown excellence, that doesn't work the same way. If anything, it only refuels the myth of the model minority. If your idea of cultural pride is how much wealth you have, how much money you make, or what STEM career you're in, what is your authentic relationship with your cultural identity? Because that's not it. Are there anti-Indian sentiments going around? Absolutely. That is tale as old as time. Welcome to the club. Welcome to racism. Welcome to being a racial minority in America 2025. This is what people have been trying to tell us for years. This is not new.
So this might be a two-parter, but the gentleman that I just stitched is 100% correct. When I came to the US, I was 17 in high school. And as I made friends, especially Indian girls, other Indian girls of my age, I realized that we all were given the same speech by our father, which was, we could not date Black guys, we could not date Muslim guys, we could not date white dudes. And I remember the abuse that I received from my father, physical abuse that I received from my father, when he found out that I was dating a Muslim guy. He immediately made me break up with the guy. But in that moment, after, basically beating me, he told me, at least it wasn't a Black guy, because your beating would have been worse.
You heard that? You heard what she just said? Her father said, if it was a Black guy instead of a Muslim guy, she would have gotten worse beaten. He would have beat her worse or more severely than he done for her dating a Muslim guy. And these are the people, the Indians, who are doctors in Black communities and pharmacists who Black people have to go to for their checkups, medication, and basically depend on them to keep you alive. And they hate you.